Welcome back, guys. Hold My Helmet Football Podcast. Will Reichling, Dylan Boyle here. Dylan.
Hey, I could call my own name too, you know.
Sorry.
Dylan Boyle here. He wants to take over everything.
Dylan Boyle. No, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding, man. 8-6 this week. Not bad for you. 8-6 on the Week 5 picks last week. I went 7-7. So now I'm still under 500. I'm 37-41.
Far under 500.
45-33 for you, though. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. It's pretty good.
We got a long season, bro. I'll catch up.
I'm 12 games over 500, man.
So this episode,
I'm looking good.
You're
looking good.
You are looking good right now. So this episode, Week 6 picks. We are going to get into the Week 6 picks on this episode. So like, subscribe, share. Let's do it right now. Dylan, Thursday Night Football, 49ers at Seahawks. 49ers are the 3.5-point favorites. Who do you got?
Both these teams are going to be playing like they want to win. The Seahawks are coming off a bad loss against the Giants, my Giants. 49ers coming off a bad loss against the Cardinals. Cardinals?
Yeah.
Cardinals. Okay, got that right. I mean, the 49ers just look like the better team here. How can you not go 49ers? Brock Purdy is just a better quarterback in general, in my opinion. I feel like with this 49ers team, they seem to they get a good lead, but then they start playing with their food, and that's where they really come into their problems. They got to be able to hold the lead, and it comes down to defense holding them up.
Absolutely. This defense has not been the same as past years, but they're still a good defense. Brock Purdy has been playing out of his mind. I really think he's a top 12 quarterback. I can't see whether the Niners 2-3 right now. I can't see them falling to 2-4. They're going to be desperate here. They want to show that they're a Super Bowl contender. They're going to win this game. I'm going to go for
Super Bowl last year, and they're going to want to win again.
So I'm going to go 49ers here, just like you.
I'm going 49ers too.
The London game. It seems like the Jags are always in these London games. Jags at Bears. Bears are the slight 1.5-point favorites. I'll start first here. This was actually the hardest game for me to pick because the Bears had a very good game last week. The Jags actually had a very nice bounce-back game last week. I'm going to go with the underdog here, the slight underdog. I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I do think Trevor Lawrence had a very nice bounce-back week last week. Thanks Bigsby showed that he could run the football effectively. Did the defense sketch me out at the end, letting the Colts come back? Yes, they did. But I just think last week Chicago was a little bit of a fluky thing. I think Caleb struggles this week. I'm going to go Jacksonville.
You know what? I chose Jacksonville too in the beginning of the day. I chose Jacksonville, but now I'm looking at it. I kind of want to go Bears, but on the other hand, Jags had a really bad start, but against that Colts team, he looked a lot better. And I think he's going to... Oh, my God. I'm so in between this. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm
This was the hardest game for me to pick,
you know
surprisingly.
What? I'm changing my pick. Originally, I had Jaguars. I'm going Bears now. I feel like the Bears' defense is just going to get to Lawrence.
They have an elite defense, and it's been playing very well.
It has been. And Caleb's kind of getting into flow with things. And
he really is.
Every week he's looking like a better quarterback.
It was tough for me too, but as you see throughout this video, I'm picking a lot of favorites. I was like, what's my underdog? I'm like, I can see Jacksonville sneaking out a win here. They're more familiar with London. They've been playing in London every season for a while now. I'll go Jags. You have a last-second Bears pick. That's fine with me. Commanders at Ravens. Will this be the game of the week? It might be. Not Bears. I'm still talking about the Bears. Ravens, 6.5-point favorites. That might be a little high, Dylan. I know they're home. I know that they have... I was going to say they have a great defense, but they got torched by the Bengals offense last week. So the Commanders might have the best offense in the league. So this could be a good spot for the Commanders to get a massive upset here.
I'm kind of shocked on the spread.
It's a little high, even though Ravens are home.
I know, but the Commanders have been playing out of their minds.
Yes.
I mean, Jaden Daniels, he's had one good week and hasn't looked back since. So, obviously I'm going Ravens here. How can you not?
Me too. I'm going to go Ravens.
But I think we're going to this. You're right. This might be the game of the week right here.
And the Commanders' defense has been playing much better. The Arizona, they kind of shut down. The Bengals played great against them. Well, I'm forgetting who they played last week. Who did they blow out last week?
They played...
I'll go back and look at it right now. We have time right here, so let's see.
We didn't talk about it before.
No, but I had picks from last week, so let's see. Browns.
That's why
they blew them out.
Yeah, because Deshaun Watson played like complete garbage.
It might be the worst quarterback.
We should have talked about that. That's another conversation for another day. Is Deshaun Watson done in Cleveland?
Maybe when we get to the Browns game, we'll talk about that for sure. So we'll both go Ravens here. They're home. Derrick Henry's been pounding the rock. Did the Commanders' defense get exposed a little bit more this week? They might be.
think it's going to be another high-scoring game.
Yes.
Just like the command. This might
Commanders,
be
Bengals,
yes.
Bengals and Ravens, where it's almost
exactly what I was getting.
My friend, we are on the same page.
We are.
So Bucs and Saints, NFC South. Bucs got the slight 3.5-point favorite, even though they're on the road. The Saints, I feel like, are a little bit of fool's gold. We didn't really talk about the Saints-Chiefs game too much in the last episode, but there was not much to talk about, Dylan. I mean, it was.
I mean, a good point that I don't think you realize. Derek Carr is going to be out for a few weeks now, and that's the icing on the cake.
Wait, what's the news report on that injury?
I didn't get the news report, but I heard multiple weeks, not just one, not just two.
And who's the guy that played again? I forgot his name already.
Nobody that
I thought Spencer Rattler. By the way, Spencer Rattler, the 5th-round draft pick, was going to go in. Nowhere to be found.
They're not ready for it.
Very concerned about that. By the way,
yeah.
Why did he not go in?
I feel like the Saints should have another backup that's somewhat competent because Derek Carr is older.
They let Jameis go.
They let James go. I don't think he was any better either.
Then anyway, whoever that guy was, I feel like it was
exactly what you're saying. Fool's gold. I just feel like they're like one quarterback away because they have everything they need. They have
the smart offensive coordinator now.
Exactly.
Shaheed looks like, honestly, that guy looks like a decent receiver now.
He does. He's a good deep ball threat. He absolutely is. That's like their deep ball go-to.
He might be the best deep ball threat in the league.
He might be. But this Bucs team has just been on fire. Even though they lost last week to the Falcons.
Which was a great game.
It was a great game. A 30-36 game. They put up points. I mean, Baker... He had an amazing game. I mean, you could only do so much
now,
when your defense lighting up 36 points.
This Saints team does have a better defense, though.
It does, but on the other hand, I don't think the Bucs will have a problem.
I'm going to go with the Bucs, too.
I think it's going to be far over a 3.5 spread. They might blow them out, especially with this backup quarterback.
So far, we both picked the Niners. You almost picked the Jags with me, but you went Bears.
Yeah.
We both picked the Ravens. We both picked the Bucs. Browns and Eagles. Eagles are 8.5-point favorites. You were telling me before this episode started that that's a little too high for you. Why?
That is a little too high for me. I mean, the Eagles haven't been playing up to par. I mean, are they still missing Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown?
That's a good question. Should we look at honestly? Why
you look up A.J. Brown? I'll look up Devontae.
Good point. A.J. Brown injury status. Let's see what's going on here. Because A.J. Brown's missed. Honestly, I was stuck.
A.J. missed like the whole season.
I was stuck between A.J. Brown and Garrett Wilson out of fantasy, and like Garrett Wilson, other than last week, he went off last week, but the weeks before that was underperforming. A.J. Brown hasn't even played, so like right now, it's not looking good. Yes, he's missed the last 3 games. Let's see. Oh, they're both going to be back in week 6. Should be. They both should be back in week 6. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith should both be back in week 6.
Should be.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, woulda. But
we got the Eagles
regardless
here, right?
of the matter, we're talking about the Browns now. We're talking about Deshaun Watson,
the worst quarterback in the league.
He literally is playing
the worst quarterback in the league.
Tell me somebody. Throw out a name.
Will Levis.
Is he even a starter now?
Oh, is it going to be Mason Rudolph now?
Mason Rudolph might be a better quarterback
right now. Yes.
Minshew's
better.
That's crazy.
Who else are we putting? Well, Drake May's not going to start. Drake May's going to start.
Drake May's going to start.
We don't even know what he is yet. So
we'll get to that in when we predict.
Huntley. On the Dolphins.
Oh,
Tyler Huntley.
He's not a starter.
Well, now he is. But
anyways, deferring.
He's like 28 to 32.
He's a really bad quarterback.
It's crazy.
Now, and it's crazy.
The fall off is crazy with him.
They don't utilize his run game. They don't use him like they use Lamar Jackson. There's so many problems with this team. I could go on and on. I mean, they have all the weapons. They have like a top 10 wide receiver that's just being wasted.
Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Top 10 potential. I mean, he's like top 20. He's
another one of those wide receivers that could go off on any team.
Right.
But he has Deshaun Watson. So I'm going Eagles here. I think it's going to be a blowout, if anything. But
right.
The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Because if they're getting all their stars back and the Browns look like the Browns, the Eagles are going to blow them out.
It's really Eagles by process of elimination.
And
this
could be a game that get them back on track. And it should be. They have been very much off track this season.
And I know they had a bye week this week, but like I said it to you in the group chat this week. I think I'm out on Jalen Hurts, man. I think I'm out. Even they might win this week, and the guy makes a lot of high-end plays, but people argue with me about the turnovers. what is it? 27 turnovers in the last 22 games.
Turnovers are ridiculous, and it's going to be the downfall of your career.
The guy just ran behind you. He's still behind you. Like we talked about this. What are you doing?
The more we see like other not even veteran players, there's rookies that are just running out of the pocket, being aware of where
he's almost like Justin Fields holding onto the ball too long in the pocket. He does that Justin Fields thing where it's like holding.
It's what not even as worse as it's not even as bad as Justin Fields. Justin Fields is a little better with that, you know.
Right now he is. Yeah, he's been turning the ball over less. I mean, yeah, I can't argue that.
So let's go.
We'll go Eagles. Eagles. But just because of the process of elimination.
Yeah, because Browns might be the worst team in the league. But
so Colts at Titans. Is Anthony Richardson coming back? Because like
no. Joe Burrow is still playing.
Anthony Richardson.
I know Joe. No, not Joe Burrow. Joe Flacco. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was like, no. That's why I was funny.
Joe Flacco's still playing.
That's why I was funny. I was like, I'm saying Anthony Richardson. You're talking about Joe Burrow.
But he's a very good backup. He slings the ball. I mean, he was throwing it this game. I mean,
does the offense function better with Joe Flacco than Anthony Richardson?
Yes, but that's just because he's a veteran.
I agree.
He's been doing this for a while. You got a rookie.
He's essentially a rookie. I know where you're going with that. He's essentially a rookie.
He is. He still has time to develop, and he has a lot of flashes. And I'm not out on him yet.
Oh, were you doing that Gridiron Heights thing?
Yeah,
Like Anthony Richardson.
Yes, that's what I was getting.
If you don't watch Gridiron Heights, you wouldn't really get the reference. But I get where you're going. Now he's got the man voice now because he's not a rookie. But essentially, he still is a rookie, though, Dylan.
He is, and you can see flashes of it here and there. But I think the good weighs out the bad with him. But I mean, there's a new concern: his injuries. Is he injury prone now?
Because he only played 4 games last season.
He did.
Two major injuries in 4 games.
And I think he has to realize he has to really tone it back.
Get down.
He's too run. It's okay with being run happy, but get down. Be smart with it. Don't go in there head first, like looking like Tua. You know?
See Lamar. He never takes a big hit.
No, he doesn't.
Why? Because he knows how to get down. Now they're gonna win this game. There's the better team. If Joe Flacco's playing, I mean they're gonna work the Titans. Let's be honest. It might look better with Mason Rudolph.
I don't know because Mason Rudolph, he beat the. Didn't he beat the Ravens?
But didn't Callahan say if Will Levis is healthy, he's gonna start this week? That's another thing we should look up right now. Will Levis.
Oh yes, that's right. So Will Levis is still a starter. Which kind of shocks me.
Yes. Yep.
So no, yeah, I'm all the way on the Colts now.
Yep.
I don't care who's starting, who's playing.
Colts all the way.
Throw another rookie in there, and I'm sure he'll do fine.
Speaking of rookies, Drake May, home, Texans, -7, Texans favored. I'm going to go Texans here. I mean, rookie quarterback, first start. D'Amico Ryans, defensive coordinator, as the head coach on defense. It's going to be rough for him.
Who knows? He could look like Jaden Daniels. We really don't know with these rookies.
If he did, though, wouldn't he be starting already? Like,
you would think so.
I think it's a little more sketchier with him.
I mean, this is going to be a good game. Just throw him to the wolves. You know, let him make his mistakes. You know it's not going to be a good game, but let's see what he's got.
So Texans,
right? Yeah, of course.
But correct. It's interesting to see how Drake May is going to perform in his first start
against a good team.
Against a good defense.
I mean, if he could sling it and if he can go toe to toe,
maybe we'll be impressed.
Exactly.
Maybe the Patriots have more to look forward to as the season goes on. Maybe we'll be looking at the Patriots a little differently.
I've talked about this tons of times. Patriots are a good team. They play they play up to good teams.
Only when they play the Jets, so they're a bad team.
Exactly.
I'm messing with you, man.
I mean, Jets have. I think it's the defense. I mean,
the Jets.
We really look down on. It just sucks because their offense is so bad that we don't even realize how good their defense is.
I know.
We just look past it. It's like, yeah, they're supposed to be good. But they're really good.
They are.
They're better than last year.
And there's not really that many good players. It's really the system. It's like Gerard Mayo took over that Belichick system. So, yes, it's going to be intriguing to see Drake May in that game for sure. At home, Texans are probably going to win. But
I'm interested to see what Drake May's got.
Very interesting to see. Now, NFC, Cardinals, Packers. Packers home, 5.5-point favorites. I really like the Packers. I know Jordan Love's been up and down, but I really like Jordan Love. I know he's like kind of Brett Favre-like with the turnovers. Mm-hmm. The pick sixes in the end zone against the Rams is a disaster. Don't get me wrong. But what are you going to do there? You're about to take a safety. You want to get the ball out.
Dude, listen, every quarterback has their mistakes. It doesn't matter. They won the game. It's beyond that point. He did what he had to do. I mean, in a situation like that, you got to be thinking where his head's at. Take a safety or throw it outside the pocket. He was trying to throw it outside the pocket.
He had no idea that guy was there.
No. I mean, obviously, you should have thrown it harder, but, like, hindsight 2020. You didn't know the guy was there. You were trying to avoid a safety. But, yeah, if you knew what was going to happen, you probably just would have took the safety. It doesn't matter. They won the game. Behind them now, but I think the Packers are winning this, but this could be a close game. I mean, Cardinals have been playing very good. They only got blown out by the Commanders, and they were still a really good team. And I don't know, Packers defense hasn't looked that hot either. I mean, they've missed Jameer Alexander.
Oh,
Jair Alexander. I don't know if he's coming back this week, but you could kind of tell without his presence. They've been getting the score run up on them.
So you're going to go with Arizona here?
No. I said it's going to be a close game. I'm still getting the Packers, but I think this is going to be a...
Kyler Murray will make it close just by his magic alone, but I do think the Cardinals' defense is a little bit lacking, and there's so many weapons on the Packers' offense. There's going to be too many weapons for the Cardinals to handle. Jaden Reed... I really think Jaden Reed's becoming a superstar. Not a superstar, but a number one wide receiver. He's special, Dylan.
I mean, somebody had to step up on
Dontavian Wicks is really good, too, but he drops the ball a little bit too much. Tucker Kraft, though, that tight end. Maybe he's coming on. You got a lot of people. Dude, Josh Jacobs had a really nice week. They have so many pieces. Watch out for the Packers.
The door is open for any starter to walk up.
Yes. What are we up to? So, now we have AFC West Chargers. Justin Herbert, hopefully, a little bit healthier after the bye week. I don't think they played last week. At the Broncos, who completely blew out the Las Vegas Raiders.
So I'm pretty sure he played, but then he went back out with the same injury.
He's just been limping around, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you might as well hold him off a couple games.
Well,
let him get up. You think he's good now?
Well, I think he's playing this week, right?
No, he's playing this week, but I feel like an injury like this, you can't let linger. You just got to give it time for it to heal because it keeps on coming back. Anyways... I think the Chargers are going to win this game. The Broncos just haven't been playing good football all around. I mean, Bo Nix has flashes, here and there, but the Chargers just have an overall good team. I mean, they were showing it in the beginning, kind of fell off, and, they're kind of just, like, in that purgatory zone, like, not that good, not that bad, but, you're just waiting for them to, make the next move.
I just think the Chargers have a better run operation right now. Harbaugh just knows what he likes to do. The Broncos, I'll take Herbert over Bo Nix. I agree here. I'm going to go Chargers. It's tough. I feel like the Broncos could win this at home, but the Chargers, I think, to bounce back this week. Justin Herbert, maybe after the bye week, is a little bit healthier with his leg. I'm going to go Chargers here, too. Steelers at Raiders. Steelers are 3-point favorites on the road. I'm going to go Pittsburgh. I'm not crazy about Justin Fields. I'm not crazy about the offense. But that defense is elite.
That defense holds them in games.
And no matter what, Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, they're going to struggle in this game. So
100%. I'm going Steelers, too. I mean, there's no reason you would think the Raiders are going to win this game. I mean, they play close games, but, I mean, at the end of the day, you're facing the Steelers' defense. And they make every offense struggle.
T.J. Watt has been special so far this season.
Absolutely.
Who's better, him or his brother, J.J.? Because T.J. Watt has been insane this season. He was insane last season. He's had so many... He's the only player in NFL history to lead the league in sacks 3 different seasons.
Wow.
T.J. Watt has been crazy this season.
Yeah.
And that Steelers defense, under Mike Tomlin, I know they haven't been a 12-win team... But somehow they still continue to win. Now they have Justin Fields, who got ran out of Chicago, and they're still winning games. They almost beat Dallas last week.
They could really win with any quarterback back there.
So I picked them to win this week. That means they're going to be 4-2. Nice start for the Steelers, that means. So.
It is. I mean, they always win games, but they can never win the big games.
Well, another team... I don't want to be that guy that just goes from one team to another team, but another team that can't win the big games, 28-3, the Falcons. But great start so far this season.
Falcons.
Kirk Cousins, 500 yards last week.
Can win the big games now. With Kirk Cousins back there, they're winning the big games.
Well, this is a small game. Carolina, 6.5-point favorites on the road. I'm going to go with the Falcons here easily.
No reason why you wouldn't.
No sweat on that.
No. I mean, listen, last week they balled out.
How far can this team go?
Honestly, NFC
Championship game?
Super Bowl. This could be a Super Bowl team. the way that they played this week, this is a Super Bowl team. What else can you ask for? I mean, obviously that defense needs to get things together,
but not for nothing.
They got three Drake London. You got Bijan, a great back. I mean,
Moody,
Algiers to back you up. I mean, Moody. You got stars everywhere, and Kirk Cousins is just making them all shine.
And you brought up the defense, but I'm going to list some names from the defense that are elite players. Jesse Bates III, probably the best safety in the league right now. AJ Terrell, top 10 corner. They just need a pass rush. Maybe you go trade for a pass rush at the deadline. They trade for Matt Judon. He's been up and down so far this season. If you trade for another pass rusher, get a pass rush, they could be elite. They could be elite because that defense is right there. They just need one more piece to generate passes. Because they have a great secondary there. Jesse Bates has been a great signing for them. He's been an elite safety. Him and Kyle Hamilton have probably been the best safeties in the league so far. And
high on the Falcons.
Their ceiling is pretty high. If Kirk Cousins will keep going and playing and throwing he's not going to throw for 500 yards every week.
He's not, for 250 every week? The fact that you could do that in 1 week is enough.
Shows that he has it in him.
Absolutely.
This might be a very good game based on just the brands. Lions, Cowboys. I think the Lions are the best team in the league. I think they win this easily.
I think they win this easily too. I mean, we've seen you run up the score on the Cowboys and they struggle.
Well, who is the worst rush defense in the league? Dallas. Who is the best run game in the league? Lions. This could get ugly, Dylan.
This can get very ugly very quick. I mean, Montgomery has been completely tearing it up this season.
Gibbs has too.
Montgomery more so.
I know, yes.
I mean... But both of these backs.
Gibbs provides Montgomery crushes the shit out of you, and all of a sudden Gibbs comes in and he's too fast for everyone. So it's like a great change of pace. The two of them together is like unstoppable.
I love to compliment them too, but it all comes down to coaching. It does come down to coaching, this line. I mean, you put Jamal Williams and Swift back there, and they look like the two best backs. Now look at them.
Right, and let's remember, this Lions defense, has been Swiss cheese, though.
It has.
It's going to be high scoring. Can you trust Dallas like that, though? They score 30 points.
It's going to be a similar situation with the Cowboys and the Bengals?
Them playing each other or just in general?
No, I'm trying to remember. They came back. I think that was the Ravens. Yes, that was the Raven games, and they almost... The Ravens almost lost because they came back, and... They can have a similar situation to this. So Lions, if you do blow them out, you got to hold that lead.
You got to bury them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Are you going to pick your Giants Sunday Night Football against the Bengals?
So this is very controversial.
3.5. Only 3.5 Bengals favorite.
It's shocking, especially after the Bengals coming off a Raven loss. That was like almost the game of the year, looking like a AFC championship game. But I would rather be disappointed of my pick and have them win rather than vice versa. Like, the Bengals are most likely going to win, but there is a chance that the Giants pull through and keep this going. I mean, their defense is kind of elite.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants win.
And the Bengals defense has not been good at all. So this is your opportunity.
So, yes, great opportunity here. The Bengals might have the worst defense in football. The Giants' defense has been a lot... They might have the best D-line in football.
They might.
I just can't see the Bengals with their offense going 1-5. I'm going to have to get the Bengals here. In a close game, 20-17. I think the Giants keep it close. But I'm going to go with the Bengals here, just like you.
I got to go with the Bengals, too. But I do think this is going to be a good game. And this is... I mean, what do we make of the Giants if they win this game? Daniel Jones go out there and has an MVP run. Like, he tosses up. He has 300-plus passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown.
I think we're dreaming a little bit right now.
I'm dreaming, all right.
Has he thrown for 300 yards yet this year? Has he thrown for 3 touchdowns yet? He looked great last week.
He's working his way. Every week he's getting a little better.
There was one throw to Slayton across his body, the touchdown pass. That's a nice NFL throw. And he does that, but he doesn't do it consistently.
He doesn't.
So that Bengals defense is Swiss cheese. But your secondary, yes, Deontay Banks.
That's what I'm a little worried about. You got Jamar Chase and you got T. Higgins that just came back.
You have one good corner, but you don't have multiple corners. That's what I mean. It might get a little ugly, but their defense sucks too.
Yeah,
you gotta stay in the game. Honestly, I think you're gonna run the ball very fast. You have two. If Singletary plays this week, you have 2 running backs now. You have Tracy and Singletary.
If they use them correctly, things could go very well.
So I think 2017 2017 Bengals, close game, but I'm going to go with the Bengals. Last but not least, my stinking Jets against the Bills, Monday Night Football. Bills 2.5-point favorites. People are saying, oh, well, they got a new head coach. They're going to win, because of the anticipation of the new head coach. They're going to be fired up. The Jets suck. I'm going to go with the Bills.
Wow. Straightforward there. Honestly, I feel like there's going to be a little like relief going on in the building. I'm going to go Jets here. I mean, they've played them really close in the last year. I mean, they
won week 1.
They won week 1, and I think they're going to replicate it here. They're going to be home. They're not going to have to worry about Salah's, breathing down their neck.
He wasn't breathing down any necks. That was the problem.
He's not, but I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to be like, all right, now it's my time to shine, and he's gonna ball out.
I wish that would happen. But
I
honestly,
think he's gonna ball out in this game.
I think I'm taking the approach that you took with the Giants.
You got it.
Low expectations. Because my friend Charlie's like, we're playing for the division this week. It's like, dude, what are you even talking about? Like, they have
the season's over.
They have the 6th least yards per game on offense. What was that stat you showed me? The 6th least yards per game on offense. They have the 6th worst. The 6th worst offense in the NFL.
Yes,
the 6th worst. They averaged
18.6. Yeah,
18.6 points per game this season.
It's not
18.6.
The Bills haven't looked that hot either. They've had some games here and there.
No, but against teams that they're better than them, they dominated. This team, it might be a blowout. It really might be
divisional. But
they get tough. You're right.
It's an interesting one. I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out. But so I'm going Jets. I'm going your Jets here.
I know, and then I just can't. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I won't do it.
Don't fall for it.
So before we end off here, hottest takes going to next week. Just off the top of your head, what's the hottest take that you're gonna have going to next week?
What we were just talking about. I think the Jets winning and the Giants winning. Those are the 2 hottest takes.
I think Deshaun Watson gets the bench for Jameis Winston.
Wow.
That's not crazy, is it? Like,
it's not. I mean, that's not that crazy either.
Just throwing it out there, guys. He's been underperforming. I mean, do they do that with the big contract he has though? It's like, it's tough. It's really tough, Dylan.
It is. I really don't know what to make of them.
I think I threw you off guard with that one. You're like, whoa.
No, that's something I wasn't expecting. But yeah, no, he's at the point where they've given him too much opportunity. I mean, there's too much controversy going on with him. He's just not worth the headache at this point. He's not. I mean, at their record, you can't see them not picking up somebody in the draft.
I saw a play. It was 4th down. Kevin Stefanski wanted them to go for it, and Deshaun Watson just walked off the field and just quit in the team. He just didn't even think about going for it. He just walked off the field, and Stefanski put his hands on his hips and was like, "Dude, I was gonna go for it there," and he just walked away from it. Bad attitude, bad leadership, bad quarterback play. He's done, bro.
I think he's done too.
That's the worst contract in the history of the league.
It might be.
It's unfortunate.
Texans definitely won that one.
So week 6 picks in the Bucs. We are going to get into week 6 this week. It was an exciting episode. They had the Rodgers-Jets drama. The Browns still suck. The Cowboys beat the Steelers in the last seconds. Ravens-Bengals, classic AFC North showdown. Classic NFC South showdown with the Bucs and the Falcons. So a lot of good shit going on this week. A lot of good games next week. It was a pleasure again, Dylan. We got the studio in here. I always enjoy coming on.
Hell yeah, man. It's always a good time. So when you talk about football, it's always a good time.
It always is, for sure, my friend. Sure. Thanks again. Thank you, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Keep supporting us. Keep watching the videos. Leave a comment. Hey, why don't you guys leave a comment for once? Comment. Good, bad, I don't care. Just leave a comment. Shit on us. Compliment us. I don't care. Ask a question. DM us. Just do something. Do something. I'm just kidding. See you guys next week. Thanks. Week 7.